are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Rome. We'll be joined here by Tim in 25-ish minutes. But before we get into today's games, before we get into today's slate, we're going to take a look back at what happened yesterday, what went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. Overall, yesterday was not a good day. Overall, 6 and 8, down 2 units. We'll start college basketball, which took a hit. Yesterday went 2 and 6, down 1.85 units. West Virginia -3 got the job done. IUPUI plus 17.5, they got blown out. Florida State +2, they lost as well. Missouri State -1, that was one of our better plays. They got the job done. South Florida +6 was a loser. They lose by double digits. Loyola Chicago as well loses by double digits as a 3-point favorite. We had Utah State almost come all the way back and win, but they did not cover the -1.5. They lost by 2 points. They had an opportunity to take the lead late and didn't. And Wyoming +2.5 was a loser as well. They ended up losing by double digits. They got it close later in the second half, but then just got destroyed. So not a good performance in college basketball yesterday. I kind of expected a day like that, though, because it's actually been done pretty well recently. So, and then in the NHL went 0-2. The Wild did not get the job done, and the Stars team total under. They scored an empty net goal with about a minute and a half left to put that team total over. So 0-2 in the NHL, down 2.55 units. The NBA was the highlight of the night, though, going 4-0. Clean sweep of the NBA for me. Chicago, Washington under 236.5 was a winner. Golden State +4 was a winner. Golden State, Portland over 234.5 was a winner. Dallas Mavericks +8 was a winner. So overall 4-0 up 2.40 units in the NBA last night. So that was the highlight of my night. I had made one play in the NBA for today, and yeah, we'll get into that. A couple big trades in the NBA went down. Obviously, the one that I'm going to talk about is the Kevin Durant trade here that sent Kevin Durant to the Phoenix Suns. How about that? Let me get the full trade detail out here because it was I'm trying to find the Kevin Durant trade here. It was 4 first-round picks included in that, which is insane. Let's get the full breakdown here, if I can find it. There we go. Full breakdown. The Suns get Kevin Durant and T.J. Warren in exchange for Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, 4 first-round picks in the 2028 pick swap. So now we're going to have a team with KD, Booker, Chris Paul, DeAndre Ayton. I love my future on them plus 385 to win the division. I wish I grabbed some Western Conference and NBA Finals futures with them because that's now out the window. They're 5-1 to win the NBA Finals now when they were like 19-1 yesterday. So that moved about 14 cents, that trade. So it is what it is. And then the Lakers made a trade as well. I don't remember that one, but it is what it is. But yeah, we'll go over the chat. What's good, Dad? How are you doing today? What's up, Nick? Hit the like. Appreciate it. Yeah, college basketball was not great yesterday. Yeah, we know. Let's go Mavs. There we go. That's a little bit better. I know you're happy about that future. Absolutely. I'm kind of interested to see what that if they're offering it still, what the odds are for the Suns to win the division now, because I got plus 385 with them about a week and a half ago. Okay, they're only offering championship odds, and the Suns are plus 500. They are now the second favorite to win the title behind only the Boston Celtics. Good morning. Yep. Good morning. I had to sweat out the Pacers game last night. Had +7. They lost by 5. Wow. I had to sweat out that Warriors game. They were down 6 and hit a 3-pointer with 1 second left. That was fun. Kennesaw State -3.5. Let's get up this college basketball here. Kennesaw. They're playing Jacksonville State. Oh, I'm surprised Tim didn't spot Jacksonville State as a potential play. 10-15 are only a 3.5-point dog against 18-7. I gotta point that out to Tim. No, my initial lean to that is taking the Gamecocks and Jacksonville State there. But we will get into today's slate. I've made moves in most of the NHL games for today, and we'll kick it on off here with the game I did make a move in. The Lightning are now minus 115 home favorites, total of 6 in this spot. And this line moved exactly the way I thought it was. If you guys watched the look ahead line show, I gave out the Avalanche at +1. I got it at 122. It's 118 at the time, and now they are down to +106, +105 now. So being a nice little line movement. That's why we're doing this the look ahead shows. Now it doesn't, obviously the line movement didn't help with everything, or all the lines did not move in my favor, but this one was one that did. I'm on the Avalanche minus 105, or I got it at +122 yesterday. I would play this all the way up to a pick 'em. I had this game projected 2.92 to 2.74, so I have the Avalanche at like around minus 115, minus 120 in this game. I know we have the Lightning coming in off of back-to-back losses. Well, we have the Avalanche coming in off of a loss that they honestly should have won. Both of these teams lost in overtime in a game where they blew a lead in their last game. I like Colorado here, plus the one, or on the money line here. As for a total in this game, I believe I lean under in this spot. I have this game projected for 5.66 goals. This is the Stanley Cup Finals rematch, so maybe the Lightning have revenge on their mind here, but this is one of those spots where I just took where I saw value, and I see value in the Colorado Avalanche here. I think this could be a tight checking, low-scoring game as well, so if you want to get involved maybe with the under, I don't hate that. You can get a Tampa Bay, and that's minus 150. I was going to say a Tampa Bay team total under at 3.5, but that is minus 150. I have them projected for 2.73 goals in this game, so maybe there's some value there on Lightning under their team total. But I do like Colorado here in this spot. Colorado money line for me. Suns +4. They are now +7. That was my only play. Leaving a couple minutes, yeah. Suns, no Booker, no Cam Johnson, no Bridges, no way. Well, you're not going to take Suns +4. You would take Suns +7 because that's what the line is now. I made that bet before the trade. So I made that bet expecting Booker to be out, yeah. But I did not expect Cam Johnson to be missing. I did not expect Bridges to be missing. So I think I'm going to just wait until the 3 o'clock deadline in order to make the rest of my moves if I'm going to make any more moves here in the NBA, because I don't want to mess up what I did yesterday with a clean 4-0 sweep. But yeah, that's something. Or tread lightly in the NBA today, because there's going to be a lot of moves. Next matchup here, Edmonton Oilers are at the Philadelphia Flyers. Oilers are minus 185. We have a total of 6.5 in this game. This 6.5 is now up to minus 135. I'm hoping this hits a 7. Can we get a 7 here, an alternative 7? For a total, not yet. I'm interested in the under here at 7. This is one of those spots where I have this game projected for Skinner and Hart, and I have this game projected 3.27 to 2.84, 6.11 projected goals. So if I can get a 7, I am definitely interested in the under in this spot. This is one of those games where I know the Edmonton Oilers are terrifying to bet unders with. I also lean towards maybe a Flyer total under, but that's probably going to be a 2.5, so probably not as much. But I do think that could be a little bit lower of a scoring game than people think. I need the 7 though in order to push the button on this one there. So at a 6.5, this one's a stay off for me at the moment. Flyers have been a decent under team as of late. The Oilers are obviously a really good over team. So this is one where the two teams conflict with the total here in this one. It's a stay off for me. I think 185 is a little rich for the Oilers here on the road. So maybe some value here with the Philadelphia Flyers, but nothing I'm looking to bet. So Yeah, this one ended up being a pass for me. I think this is one of the only games I'm truly not interested in betting unless I get that 7 for the total. I'm thinking to going under in the Avs. I kind of like that as well. I lean that way. Northwestern money line. Ohio State, my team, but they are not doing. We're on Ohio State. We grabbed OSU at 6, so we do like the Buckeyes today. For college basketball. Hello, by the way. Hello. All right. Next matchup here. This one's kind of interesting. We have the Seattle Kraken. They are at the New Jersey Devils. The Devils are now down to a minus 150 with a total of 6.5. This 6.5 is gone from minus 105 to minus 113. When we let's take a look actually the way this line has moved. I'm gonna start doing that with some of these games. So for Colorado, this line opened up at Tampa Bay minus 125. It's now moved 9 cents in favor of the Tampa Bay Lightning, or in favor of the Colorado Avalanche, even though Lightning money has come in. For that Edmonton game, it opened up minus 185, and it's gone up 1 cent to minus 186. And now looking at New Jersey and Seattle, this line opened up New Jersey minus 165. It has moved 13 cents in the direction of the Seattle Kraken. It's gone from minus 165 to minus 152. As for the total, it opened up at minus 105 to the under 6.5, and it's now gone to minus 113. So 8 cents in favor of the under in this game as well. Let's take a look at what my projected numbers are for this game. I have this game projected 3.14 to 2.92 in favor of the New Jersey Devils. 6.06 projected goals in this game. I did play the under 6.5 yesterday at minus 105. I would still probably play it at minus 113. Just a little bit more hesitancy. And looking at this for me, I'm kind of interested in the Devils team total under 3.5 at $1.20. I have them projected for 3.14 goals, so probably it's not as much of an edge as I would like. But I do think that there is a little bit of value here with the Seattle Kraken in this game. I think the Kraken should be more like my plus 120 rather than plus 135, plus 140. So it's a lean towards Seattle in this game for me. Hughes being out for the Devils could be a decent impact as well. I remember that was reported yesterday that he's not going to be available for this game. This is a front end of a back-to-back for Seattle as well. So that's also something to keep in mind. This is probably going to end up being a pass for me for the side perspective. I do lean Seattle. I would, if I'm betting the side, it's Seattle or nothing for me. But I'm just going to stick with the under 6.5 in this game. I think this is one of those. This could be a 4-2 game. This could be a 3-2 game. This could be a 2-2 heading into overtime. A draw is not a bad look in this game as well, if you guys like that type of bet. So maybe, let's see, what is Seattle? Well, never mind, minus 180. Maybe if you guys have it available on your book, maybe you can do a Seattle plus 1.5, under 7.5 type of combo play. Could be interesting as well. Maybe hoping for a 4-3 game. But yeah, for me, I'm going to go with the under 6.5 in this spot. With Seattle and New Jersey. Morehead State. We are on the Trojans in that game. We like Little Rock in that spot. Your lines are better than mine. They're better on mine lines. It's an offshore book. Offshore books, as much as people hate them, they usually have the best lines. That's one thing I have noticed is Bet Online has better odds than like DraftKings or FanDuel or stuff like that. So because they don't have to really regulate stuff as much, so their lines are cheaper. James Madison minus 3.5. Who are the Dukes playing today? James Madison. They're playing Georgia Southern. Ooh, that has Georgia Southern written all over it. I think the Eagles are alive in that game, and that's another game I gotta point out to Tim that is kind of interesting. I'll see if I can get that book. Yeah, you should be able to, and I can send you a referral link on Twitter if you're interested there for that as well. Next matchup here, the San Jose Sharks are at the Florida Panthers in this game. Panthers are minus 215, total 6.5. This line is juiced on the 6, and I did the 6.5, and I did take the bait, or I did not the bait, but I did take the 6.5 over. I got it at minus 143 yesterday. That's the most juice I've ever paid for a total, but I have this game projected 4.36 to 3.36, 7.73 goals in this game. So I think this line should have been 7 at least. So getting a 6.5, I could see a little bit of value here with that one. And I think I'm going to go right back to the well with this one here. It's minus 150, but I see some value here with the San Jose Sharks team total over. I don't trust this. I don't trust the Florida Panthers defensively. And the San Jose Sharks have been a consistent 3-goal team. I mentioned this, and they did it again last game. They scored 4 goals. They scored 4 goals in a 4-3 overtime win against the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now looking at their games, 4-6, 4-2-0, 3-5, 3-1, 3. They've put up at least 3 goals in 7 of their last 10 games. This is a scoring team. This is a team that is scoring goals right now, and I'm looking to back overs with them. I think they contribute at least 3 to this over, and I think we can potentially see the Panthers contribute 4 to 5 goals in this game. I'm looking at the Sharks here, team total over in this spot. I think this is a high-scoring game, and I think the Sharks contribute at least 3. I am going to add that team total over 2.5. It is a little juicy, minus 150, but when I have them projected for over 3.35 goals, when it's a 2.5, I'm totally okay with laying that type of juice. I lay juice on team totals, and that's about it. So team total over 2.5, minus 150 of the San Jose Sharks in this one. Yeah, I got you. They closed my bet online. Wow. Perfect. Sorokin likely to start. I don't play hockey, so give out 2 plays there, spot plays. I don't play hockey, so I give out 2. So I give out 1 or 2 plays. There's spot plays. Okay. I mean, oh no. Yeah. Over 7 at plus 105. Absolutely. I think this is a 5-4, 6-4, 6-5 type of shootout game. This should be the highest scoring game of the night. I see on the Canucks today. Merrimack, first half, minus 2.5. Who is Merrimack playing? Let's get back to the college basketball page here. Merrimack is playing Stonehill. Pass. Not interested in that game. Feel weird about the Florida game? Yeah, I just think it's a high-scoring game, and I think the Sharks win outright. I think the Sharks win that game outright. Jokic triple-double by halftime again, plus 100. Don't mind if I do. I did not play that game, and I have no intentions on adding any NBA until after the trade deadline. Because I'm interested in the Nets and I'm interested in the Lakers, but I don't want them missing half their teams. I mean, the Nets are kind of doing that, but it is what it is. But yeah, Northwestern plus 6.5. No, it could be Ohio State. That's up to a 6.5 now. I got Ohio State at 6 and Purdue 6.5. Yes, I do like Purdue. I don't know until Nick gets to that exact game, so he can fade me. And Markel finds that funny. All right, we have 3 remaining games in the NHL here. Calgary Flames are at the Detroit Red Wings. The Flames are on minus 155 road favorites. Total is 6 in this game. Is it going to be Vladar? It should be Vladar. I think it's time for the Flames to come to their senses and start. Yeah, it's projected Vladar and Husso. Let's see, is there anything different than I projected? No, all the projected goals are right. So all goalies are right so far. Yeah. For this matchup here, let's get my projections out. I have this game projected Vladar and Husso 3.46 to 3.04, 6.5 goals. I was shocked to see this at a 6. I think this is about a half goal too low. And let's take a look at where the line has moved. Looking at that last game for San Jose and Florida, it opened up Florida minus 235. It has moved 20 cents towards the Sharks down to minus 215. And the over opened up at minus 140. It has moved 2 cents towards the under. It's minus 138. Detroit and Calgary here. This line opened up Calgary minus 153. It's moved 4 cents up towards the Calgary Flames up to minus 157. It opened up at over 6 at minus 113. It's moved 5 cents to the over up to minus 118 in this one. And looking at this spot for me, like I said, I think this game is about a half goal too low. So this is a game that I did play the over 6 at $1.15 in this one. I don't really have an interest on the side. I think the side's about right because I have this game projected at the Flames around minus 140, minus 145, which when I say that, that means I have the Red Wings projected at a plus 140, plus 145, and they are plus 144. So I think that line's about correct. So this is a spot where I'm staying off of the side in this one. I just think goals. And when we look at it here, one thing that is kind of interesting when it comes to goalies here with the Flames, I think overs in Vladar games are actually more viable than overs in Markstrom games because they don't give Markstrom the same goal support that they give Vladar. Vladar has gone over in 4 straight starts because they've scored 5, 4, 6, 6, and 4 for him. So he's getting the goals. So this is a team that is scoring goals with Vladar in net, and they're leaving Markstrom out to dry. They gave him 4 against New York, which he struggled in that game, but 1 against Chicago, 1 against Columbus or Colorado, 1 against Nashville. So I like the over in this spot, over 6, Calgary and Detroit. I think we see a 3-3 game at some point in this one. Purdue is 8. How you get? I got 7 on Purdue. I got 7 last night with Purdue. What is that line? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it's gone up. Purdue off of the loss against. Yeah, it's up to an 8. Yeah, a nice little 1-point line movement there in my favor. Something I like to see. So, but yeah, Purdue. Yeah, it's up to an 8. Yeah. I will not bet this game at all. Sure. Watch me bet prior to you bet every game, so I'm not surprised. And knowing you, I think you're going to go with the Red Wings. But now that I said that, it's going to be Flames puck line. 1-800, yeah. So, moving on, second to last game of the night, the New York Islanders hosting the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks on the second half of back-to-back. Islanders minus 215 with a total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at what the line history has done. This game opened up Islanders minus 205. It has now gone up 11 cents to 216. And then as for the total, it opened up at minus 115 to the over 6. It is now minus 120 to the over 6 in this game. I am interested in the under in this game. I have this game projected for Sorokin and for Delia. Delia has been okay. He hasn't been great, but he hasn't been horrible. He's been average. When we look at what he's done, 33.51 expected goals against, he's given up 34. So he's a slightly subpar goalie. I have this game projected 3.07 to 2.47, so it's actually slightly towards Vancouver on the side for me, but 5.54 goals projected in this game. The Islanders are an under team. They are a pretty solid under team, and I get it. They got Bo Horvat, so their offense should be better. They scored 4 goals last game and still went under the total. I could see this where they shut down Vancouver defensively here. We're getting the Islanders actually under 3.5 goals at even money. I don't trust the Canucks to keep the Islanders to under 3 goals because I see this being a 4-1 game, 3-1 game a little bit here. But this also has the feel of one of those games where the Canucks win for no reason because Islanders. Because this is one of those games where the Islanders are rolling right now. They've won 4 in a row, and this has the feel of one of those where they just lay an egg, or they just don't look good tonight, or they put up their usual 2 goals. But maybe it's a 2-1 win. I'm interested in the under 6 at plus money. Plus money for an under in an Islanders game. I'm definitely looking towards that. I want to see what the alternative under 6.5 would be. If it's within a reasonable price, I'll probably move in on that. But I do like the under in this game. Under a little bit with the Islanders and the Canucks. It's just a lean at the moment. I'll probably add it later, though. This one. Ooh, 16 comments. Over. Vladar's like Elliott on Tampa. He gets the goal support. Absolutely. This is why I know a lot of people, and I'm kind of included in that, saying, yeah, Vladar should be the starter because he has a better record. Similar to baseball pitchers, I don't care about goalie records. Wins and losses is not a goalie stat. It's really not, because you can be undefeated with a over 3 goals allowed average if your team scores 5 goals a game for you. You could be like Sorokin, where you give up less than 2.5 goals a game, and you have a sub of 500 record because the team in front of you scores 1 to 2 goals a game. So the win-loss is not a goalie stat. So yeah, it can be very deceiving when these goalies have really good records. But that's not what I look at. But yeah, Canucks money line, I wouldn't talk you off of it. I wouldn't. I think this line's a little wide, and I don't think the Islanders are a team that should be laying minus 200 right now. So I would, yeah. Over total over is better. And I know it's when in doubt Canuck overs, but when in doubt Islander unders. So this is something I've got to look into a little bit more. I'm more interested in the under. Like the Islanders today, took them in regulation. Good luck. I hope they win. I mean, I'm an Islanders fan, so but this is a team I don't trust at minus 215. I just don't. Would you take the puck line for the Oilers? I kind of lean Flyers in that game, but I'm more interested in the under. Horvat under 0.5 point. Sure. I don't know. That line has a potential to be special with Barzal and Horvat. That has a lot of potential. Where's Tim? He's going to probably be home in a few minutes. My God, I found my new drug. F the Red Wings. It's the Canucks. Your drug is the Canucks. The bruh did it. Yeah. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Subscribe and all. Appreciate it. Can he reach 40,000 points? Who knows? I don't care. I really don't. I wonder how much of that scoring record is just LeBron's played the longest. Like, he's already played 5 more seasons than Michael Jordan. And that's why Michael Jordan's not on the top of the scoring record, because he started later, because he had to go to college for 3+ years and not had the luxury of coming right out of high school and all that. So, yeah. Squat. What? Squat. Think about Cam Reddish going to Portland. Cam Reddish is going to Portland. I didn't hear about that. No way the Islanders lose to the. I said it. I've already said that the Canucks can win this game. I already said that. So you can't pull that, because I already said that the Canucks are alive in this game. So you can't say that. Oh, Shorneck. Yeah. Over Red Wings and Flames. Yes. Yep. Oh, what the. I can't spell gibberish. Yeah. All good. Islanders pass minus 215 is a low odds. Oilers minus 1.5. I would not be surprised if the Flyers win the same. If the Flyers win outright. Good morning. Katie to the Nets. Uncle Drew to the Mavs. Westbrook to Utah. The NBA is getting interesting. Yes, and it makes me not want to bet the games at all. I bet one game, and it's already moved 3 points against me, and I don't feel like betting anything till after the trade deadline. Figure all the stuff out. Oregon Ducks money line. We are on the Ducks minus 4. So that's probably a juicy play, and I probably would just recommend laying the points. I beat up Tim. Yeah, Isaacs beat up Tim. Pepperdine plus the 7. Who are Pepperdine playing here? Pepperdine. Where is my covers? There's my covers. Who is the Pepperdines playing today? Good old Waves. They're playing BYU, and they're 8.5-point dogs. The line makes sense to me. I think that's about right. Ducks money line. Lay the points. The Ducks are like minus 200. Lay the points. Or maybe the Canucks are live, so IceX can take the Islanders, which is the right play. Morning. Yep, Tim is fashionably late again.
No, Nick just starts too early.
Okay. Westbrook, yeah. Who is stronger, Nick or Tim? It's me. Very sad my Jazz have thrown in the towel.
I don't understand that move for the Jazz. I really don't.
Yeah. No. Perfecto in college basketball. There you go. Saying what's up. Jazz screwed my parlay. I almost moved on the T-Wolves yesterday if it wasn't for them being on a back-to-back. Dallas unders and money line never in doubt. Yeah, I should have just played the under in that Dallas game. It is what it is. 3-day pick, no study it yet. Yeah. Y'all fading my plays. Tim, okay, cool. Kennesaw State and James Madison. I was leaning the other ways with both of those.
We didn't bet either of them.
Yeah.
All right, what does Kennesaw got?
Kennesaw.
State. That's kind of leaning towards Jacksonville State, but anyways.
How did Tim replace the knocked out 230?
One knockout 230.
Oh, he's saying he beat you up.
Oh, okay.
Good morning, Tim.
Morning.
Utah State, very disappointing. Yes, I thought that was. All right, we'll move. Yeah, you got perfect timing because there's one more game left in the NHL, and then we'll move on to the NBA, which I really have no interest in right now.
Which I'll be honest, I have nothing in at the moment.
Yeah,
I'm looking to try to find something, but I got nothing right now.
Yeah,
but we'll let you go. Wild and the Knights. The Wild are minus 120. 6 is your total. Fire away.
Yeah, looking at the spot for me, we have the Wild coming in off of a 4-1 loss against the Stars. Looking at this line opened up Minnesota minus 125. It is now actually down to Minnesota minus 115. And I unfortunately got the Minnesota Wild at minus 125 in this game. And this line opened up at the total of 6 minus 120. And this has actually gone down to a 5.5 now. Huh. Has it? That's what it's saying on let's see. It is now down to a 5.5 minus 115 towards the over. Kind of interesting there. I have this game projected at 3.32 to 2.68 in favor of the Minnesota Wild in this game. I kind of like the over 5.5 in this spot. We have Marc-Andre Fleury in net. So it's a downgrade in goaltending. I know Gustafsson did not have the greatest of nights last night, but he's somebody I still trust more than Marc-Andre Fleury at the moment. This is Marc-Andre Fleury versus the Vegas Golden Knights, one of his former teams. And according to one report, the Wild had the Wild locker room door stayed closed longer than usual after another loss, meaning that probably had a players-only meeting. And you know what happens after teams have player-only meetings?
They get blown out.
They kick ass the next game. That is something where if you're paying attention to those things, they are awesome the next game teams after they have a players-only meeting. I like the Minnesota Wild in this spot, and I'm going to move on that over 5.5 as well. I think this is a spot where the Wild bounce back after an embarrassing loss yesterday, after back-to-back losses. This is a Wild team that I think could put up some goals. And with Marc-Andre Fleury in net, I think Vegas will score a few as well. So, and we saw Vegas have an absolute defensive clinic in their last game against the Nashville Predators, where they limited them to 12 shots midway through the third period. They had 12 shots midway through with, like, I want to say 6 or 7 minutes left in the game. The Predators at home. So I'm going to look at this over 5.5, and I like the Minnesota Wild here.
All right, sounds good. I'm not going to have anything in hockey today. So that's kind of normal here. SDSU wins, Hate loses. Okay. TF, when did Dame Dollar get a triple double last night? He did. Nice. Hear me out, Tim. Sun's out right. I will
did play
say
the Suns.
I do have one. I found one play that I bet.
Really?
Yeah. And it's in the Suns game. That's what she said. I don't remember what I said. Total under 6 nights wild. Nick.
I'm looking at the over.
Okay. Islanders money line, a slight look at anytime goal scorer Horvat and Bio. Pavilier.
Oh,
I'm
Bo, yeah.
gonna say
Definitely look at
Horvat
Bo.
under half a point against his former team.
See, I would disagree with that. I like the under in that game. I'm looking under 6, but I would definitely look at Horvat.
Yes, Stanford today. You get a 10-13 Stanford team that's favored over a 16-8 Arizona team. Yeah, we got them at 1.5. So, no way the Wild lose again, especially with Flower and net, laughing faces.
Stop that.
Hawks beat them by 30 last match, and I think the Suns come out with something. Keep in mind, the Suns are going to be without Bridges and Cam Johnson because they traded them at 2 o'clock in the morning. All of a sudden, Kevin Durant to the Suns.
Yeah.
So,
what's your thoughts on that?
I'm getting a little bit nervous about my Nuggets ticket.
Hey, I was just looking at it.
But
online.
KD's not healthy right now, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, looking at it, by the way, Bet Online does not currently have it. But on DraftKings, they have divisional futures for that division now. You want to take a guess what the Suns' odds are?
Aren't they? They're
Not only are they
minus
favorites, minus 175 favorites, and I'm
geez.
holding plus 385 in my pocket.
You know what I would do now? Give me the Kings.
No. Nope. I'm good.
Live betting college was fun. West Virginia and Utah State. There you go.
There you go.
Bucks first half, Nets first half, Nuggets first half. I lean against the Nuggets. I lean towards the Lakers. I lean towards the Nets. We'll see how we go in those. Taking a shot at VGK money line, wild puck line.
Yep.
A players only meeting. Fudge. All right. Hey Tim, I'm trying to create a Twitter account to speak to you about not seeing plays on the site. I renewed yesterday. Twitter isn't letting me create an account. Can you contact me?
Oh, Twitter's down right now. Like Twitter's being weird right now. So
again,
it not meaning like it. I mean, if you're trying to create an account right now, it's not really going to work and stuff like that.
I got you. Usually the player only meeting. That team wins, correct? I went to your site under contact us and left my phone number. We have no control over that stuff because that essentially the EarleSportsBets.com website is just a sister site of Picks and Parleys, and Picks and Parleys owns all of them. So that kind of just goes to Craig, which hopefully he can answer your question too. But we don't know the back part of it, so I apologize, but we'll try to get it figured out for you. The team that shall not be named, money line, Avs Lightning under today. Best thing the Wild did for me last night was Eriksson Ek. Nice. So what's the one play? I'm gonna go under in the in the Suns game. KD went to Westbrook in Utah, and Uncle
KD went to the desert.
KD went to the desert. Westbrook to Utah, Uncle Drew to Texas. What you think, Tim? Ooh, let me answer that for you in my voice. I don't like it no matter. No, it don't matter. No one is beating my spicy Nuggets. Facts. Nuggets for the championship.
By the way, you see the line move on the Suns to win the title?
No.
They're now the second favorites. No. They're $5.
I think it was a great move for the Suns.
Yep.
If KD stays healthy. Mm-hmm. I think the Utah Jazz are stupid. I think that the Dallas Mavericks are stupid because they just gave up a lot of their bench to get him. Now they have no depth. That's what I'm worried about. because Irving can be fantastic. If the bench doesn't show up, they're screwed. College basketball slate sucks. I kind of like it. Stanford up to a 3. I still like it. Utah and Clips killed my parlay last night. Shake my head. Happens. Wow, we got a lot of freaking chat.
Yeah.
Minus 350 Suns. Yes. KD to the Suns. Brooklyn taking a shot at Kyrie. Fair enough. The Wild are dead to me. That's fair. Reminds me of the T-Wolves game yesterday, how everyone got traded and then they smacked. Yes, they did. Because I had them plus 3.5. It went all the way up to a plus 9. I think they won by double digits. There you go. Terry, if you're here, Wild stink.
Here, let me take a picture of that, and I'm gonna tell Terry that Turnsy's talking shit.
Okay. Yeah. Laughing. Who does a trade at 2 a.m.? They do it when they do it. Nobody sleeps. That would be funny if Nets would have traded KD back to Golden State in exchange for Wiggins. No. Who controls the little picture for PNP free picks when we do Tim and Nick's funny? Lenny made the thumbnails. I like the outro music. Yes, I like the outro music for us too. Suns should be title faves now, or at least top 3. KD.
They are favorites to win the West.
My only problem is I really liked Cam Johnson, and I really like Bridges was fantastic defensively. I think this could be a big mistake for the Suns.
Jay Crowder was decent defensively as well.
I think it's a big mistake for the Suns.
This is going to be an over team, the Suns now.
FAU first half. I'm not interested in FAU. Give me Rice. Bet you can't keep up with the chat. The chat's already good. All right, let's go ahead and head to the NBA. Even though I don't really have much for it. I have my one play that I got, and that's going to be all for today.
Yeah, I'm going to break down every game the same way. So, spoiler. We have the Denver Nuggets -6, total of 233 in this game against the Orlando Magic. I'm gonna say, other than the Suns game, which I have the Suns +4, this is how I'm gonna break down every game. I'm waiting till after the trade deadline. Moving on.
That's fair. I'm gonna be doing that a lot too as well. Just try to wait until trade deadline to make a lot of my plays. Obviously, there's still about a week worth of games until the All-Star break, so I would lean Orlando in this one. Home dog. That's kind of how I would want to run with it. They're 16-11 against the spread at home this year. Denver, not as strong on the road. 12-13 on the road, 10-15 against the spread. The fact that they're favorites. I think they win this game, but I think Orlando covers. I think this is like a 2 to 3 point game. I would lean Orlando. I did not pull the trigger on it. Suns still missed the playoffs, right? Nope.
Nope.
No, I think
they win the division.
I think the Suns make the playoffs in like the 6th seed. No, I don't think they win the division. LMAO. Yes, it happens, but Utah get blown out by Mini at home is crazy. I had Mini. Mini. Haha. I wish I took Mini haha money line after all the trades, because they end up going up to +9 or like +$3. So you're leaning Magic. I would lean Magic too. As a Jazz fan, not the same Jazz. Marco is so predictable. They stink as a huge favorite this year. Correct. Those were key pieces. They're not doomed, but if KD doesn't stay healthy, that was a big mistake. They're going all in this year.
Yep.
And Booker's out today.
That's an all-in move. That's
an
all-in move.
Healthy too. Can we address Booker's got to stay healthy?
Yeah. Did he re-aggravate the injury, or is this just injury management?
This is just injury management. They don't want to. With the All-Star break coming up, they'll get him acclimated again a little bit, but they're not trying to rush him back so that he hurts himself again.
Yeah.
Let's go to this one, Nick, which is the only other interesting game that I almost bet.
Yeah, the Nets are -1 against the Bulls. Total 227.5. I lean Nets. I'm waiting until after the trade deadline.
I also lean Nets because Dinwiddie should be there, which should be good to see. And what is it? Finney Smith also went over there. I kind of lean Nets, but I want to see how this Nets team plays with those two guys. Honestly, this could be another one of those games that's a big spot for him to try to give KD a middle finger now. Because, I mean, I will say the Nets did fantastic on those 2 trades. They have like 6 first-round picks now in the next couple of years. They are going to be really good soon. They're still good now, but this team now is not the same team as we saw earlier in the year. This is not a spot that I want to go after. This one will be a pass for me. Nugs got bottom 2 teams today, and 2 days from now, I think they don't care about them, but still win games. Very well could be. Very well could be. What do they have next? Oh, duh, Charlotte. We're going to the game.
So Nuggets trifecta.
Yeah, I'll probably have something on Nuggets. Man, Suns going to the championship probably. What? No, they don't. No, I don't think so. I think everybody's overhyping them. Suns definitely not winning the whole thing. No, I don't think they will. I think this is getting overblown. Yes, they got KD. He's one player. He's one player. I'm not entirely sold on it. Honestly, I'm not happy if I'm a Suns fan and I see that trade go down. That's just me though. They gave up a lot for him. I was
It
pissed.
also tells me they're going for the title this year.
Yes,
Like
I
they're
lost
full buy mode.
Lost with the Jazz and saw the T-Wolves starters sitting out. I couldn't believe it. A lot of them got traded, you know. Let's keep rolling on. We got 2 games left, Nick.
Yeah. We have the Hawks. They're now 7-point favorites. Obviously, the trade going down with the Suns yesterday. Total 228.5. This is the only game I played. I apologize to anybody who watched the free pick video that I made. That video, disclaimer, was made before the trade. So I gave out the Suns +4 in that trade. And I had someone comment on that saying that they're missing 3 of their starters or 3 scorers, and how are they going to win? We record videos beforehand. I don't record videos at 2 a.m. They may get uploaded at 2 a.m, but we do that to space out the videos. That video was recorded at 10, so it is what it is. So
sometimes
I'm on the Suns +4.
Sometimes we will miss things because it didn't happen yet. So I'm on the under for this game. I got 229. With the Suns missing a bunch of players, maybe even a Suns team total under. Sorry, Nick. I think this one's just going to be an ugly game. Suns losing 2 of their big scorers 2 scorers that are really solid. Devin Booker's not playing. I don't foresee the Hawks, going out there and blowing them out. Keep in mind, remember the last time these 2 teams played?
Yeah, the Hawks blew them out.
The Hawks blew them out. Yes. I kind of lean. I'm on the under. I don't really have a lean towards the side. If I had to bet it, it's probably the Suns right now, but not really too interested in the side. Gave up Bridges, Cam Johnson, 4 first-round picks for KD. They're trying to win now. That is a lot. That is a lot for one player.
Good move on the Nets. Because obviously they weren't interested.
The Nets knew they were not competing this year once they lost Irving. So the best thing they could do, and they got a haul. That is a haul for KD.
Yeah,
I thought they and they got a nice haul for they got a nice haul for Irving as well. Nets did fantastic in this. So shame on you, Nick. Oh, look who's here. Turns a wild loss because Nick bet on them and made them his best bet. Double kiss of death. # blame Nick.
Hey, you watch it. If you continue saying that, I will make the Wild money line my best bet again today.
Suns did get fleeced. It's crazy that they say that they got a potential MVP candidate. If
they got a Hall of Famer. They got a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
and they
got fleeced. We'll head to the final game of the day, Nick.
Yep, same answer for me here. The 6 total of 240 in this game. I lean Lakers, but once again, I'm waiting until after the trade deadline because I don't want to bet the Lakers. They trade half their team away, and now they're +10. Like we're seeing.
Oh my God, are they actually +10 now?
No. I'm saying I don't want to bet them. They trade half their team away, and all of a sudden
they already did last night.
10. Yeah, so I'm not interested in this game. Pass.
Yeah, I wanted Lakers last night, and then I saw the Russell Westbrook trade. I'm like, yeah, maybe I like the Lakers a little bit more now. but no, I'm not doing it. This is a Milwaukee team that's looked good lately. They've won 9 out of their last 10 games. They're up there with some of the best. They are a top 3 team in the NBA again. I'm gonna just completely stay away from it. So one play in the NBA today because today's kind of weird.
Yeah.
No, Nick, that's another little clip away you need to have is the no. No wild or just mild on the road. Nick is being annoying again.
What else
Let's
is
go
new?
Bucks. Bucks first half. There you go. How are your Blues doing? Untouchable. Oof. Got masterclass by Vejmelka and Otter. Third time the charm for mild offensive explosion. I'm just reading the comments. I didn't call them that.
Yeah. But by the way, I just got I saw an interesting tweet. Actually, Terry just sent us into one of our chats. Calgary Flames put out a thing last night around 6:00. Defenseman Rasmus Anderson was struck by a vehicle, taken to the hospital. He was released, but he'll
be back on the ice today.
He'll be back on the ice today because hockey players don't give up. No, I'm just kidding. But no, he had a bunch of tests done last night, and he was released last night. So we'll see if he's probably a game time decision.
I can barely hear you, Terry. Got a Stanley Cup ring plugged in my ear, and you have have one of those, Terry.
Yeah. Oh, but by the way, I have to. Yeah, we have to bounce. I have to bounce. I have class in 7 minutes.
Let's head out. Recap for today. Under in the Suns game. Have a good one, guys. There it is.